Does the person you are with encourage you to read? You have to ask, what does he bring for me? Roses or books? If someone has a stake in making you better, that person will push you towards books. Books are what we all need.
Hello, sir.
Welcome.
My name is Rakesh Verma. I am a PhD research scholar here at IIT-Madras, and I have been listening to you since 1.5 years. And I'm very fortunate to communicate with you directly and ask my question. I never thought that I would be able to communicate with you directly. So my question to you is, while I'm working on my PhD problem, sometimes I deviate in other directions. And sometimes I can't interpret some simple results also. Now this hampers the progress in the project and deadlines are not met, which leads to huge frustrations to me, which triggers overthinking. And then it says that I'm not fit for PhD. I should leave PhD. I am just wasting the resources I have got here at IIT Madras, and I am also being paid. I am a research scholar and I get stipend from MHRD. So I feel that I am not producing enough outputs in terms of research. So, and then all this process goes on, and then I see that my 3-4 weeks are gone. And this runs into a loop. This overthinking and all, it will go and go on and go on. And I have been struggling with this since past 4 to 5 months. Exactly to be 5 months. So how to deal with this? What is this process which I am in?
You see, the mind is looking for something that can satisfy it. Right? If you give it something meaningful, then the mind will stay immersed in it. But if that which you have chosen for yourself is not meaningful, or you do not remind yourself of its meaning, then the mind will obviously wander away to something else where it can find some meaning. You call it meaning or joy, or the same thing actually, meaning, joy. If the work at hand, the research at hand is actually meaningful, purposeful, then the purpose itself will become the driver of your concentration. If you really know what you are doing holds value, you obviously won't stray away from it. All this distraction happens because either your research project intrinsically does not have value, or you do not bother to uncover the value and remind yourself periodically of the value. Usually there would be intrinsic value, especially in a place like IIT. I do not easily conceive of a situation where a totally meaningless project would be undertaken at the doctoral level. So that's probably ruled out. It's just that your own commitment to the value of the project has to be re-established again and again. Because in the daily run of things, we tend to forget what we are here for. The micro things take over and the bigger picture gets obscured. What you remember is the lab timings, and the number of pages in a particular report, and all the little tidbits and the trivia. One has to deal with that throughout the day. So that clouds the mind. And when that clouds the mind, you just forget what you came to IIT for. And when you forget that, then you are cut off from the very source of inspiration. One has to always remember why one started out at all. Otherwise, there is a chance of getting lost in the course of the journey, or just feeling fatigued. You have to remember why you took the first step. You have to remember that the charm of the destination holds good today as much as it did on day one. There was something about the destination that you fell in love with, didn't you? Now have you fallen out of love? No. If you remember the destination, if you bother to take out the time to revisit the fundamentals, you will find that the love is still there. And that love is the source of the energy that carries you through the journey. That's the mistake most of us make. In the run of daily life, we forget the bigger picture. As they say, operating at a small front, you forget what the entire war is about. All that you get confined to is the nitty-gritties of the operational stuff that concerns you. And in management, they say operations should never be allowed to overrule strategy, and strategy must never be allowed to overpower vision. Vision should decide the strategy, and strategy then decides the operations. But we remain in the world of operations, and operations is all that there is. Everybody is just operating, no? You have your own operations to do, somebody else has other operations. And those operations totally dominate the mind. And then it's kind of natural to forget that all of this once began as a love affair. You get bored, you feel fatigued, you feel like dropping out, and the kind of demotivation that you are expressing, all that happens. All that is the outcome of not remembering. That's why constant remembrance has been given a very high value in the field of wisdom. It's called Satat Sumiran, constant remembrance. If you do not constantly remember the true thing, then all the little micro petty things of everyday living will just eat you out. Like 100 mosquitoes biting you all at once. Small but too many. Micro but numerous. Look at your to-do list. All small things to do, but 21 items there. And in that, the casualty is love. You cannot have a loveless project. You cannot have a loveless relationship. You cannot have a loveless job. If any of these is loveless, then that lovelessness basically becomes lifelessness. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir, surely. So you are saying that we should remind ourselves constantly.
Obviously, you have to think of the implications of your project. You have to ask yourself, why is this project important at all? And in case you get an honest answer that there is no importance this project holds, then I'll say opt out. But that's unlikely. That's unlikely.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.